Well, the report is finally out. The big deal. Durham. The report is finally out. And it's nothing. Nothing. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's being pessimistic. No, I'm not. Look, I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to get your depends in a wad. But let me tell you what's happening. Nothing. The level of corruption of this shadow government, you've got to hand it to them. This is the best. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, wait a minute. I saw, and I was doing my best to find out. In fact, I'm a little bit late, and I apologize. I was talking to a couple of friends of mine in the biz, fellow lawyer types. I said, am I missing something here? They said, nope. What did they say? What's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing. Now, there's some wonderful reviews of really nothing. A friend of mine said, there's a very good report that you should read. I think Technofog did it. It's very good. It was on Substack. I said, okay, let me look at it. And what does it say? Nothing. It's very good. It kind of shows us a little bit about what's what, sort of. It says the FBI investigation of former President Donald Trump's campaign over allegations of collusion with Russia, campaign denial in essence, was seriously flawed and had no basis in evidence. This is according to Civil War reenactor John Durham. According to Durham, who was tapped by AG Bill Barr. Hey, Durham, look, just make it look good. Don't go too crazy. Remember, you're going to be retiring pretty soon. You're going to need a job in the private sector. You're going to want to get that Eric Holder kind of stuff. Follow me. You're going to want to get that corner office, the white shoe stuff. Believe me, you're not going to want to be doing this. Don't go crazy. Make it look good. But don't go like really heavy-handed as far as, the recommendations for, prosecution and censure. But he says basically this was called Operation Crossfire Hurricane. Oh, I was born in a crossfire hurricane. Right? And over the following months and months and months, the probe ramped up under the oversight of Bob Mueller, and Durham found that the investigators, 4 years, I think it's about 4 years, investigators ignored exculpatory evidence, put too much stock and too much emphasis on information provided by Trump's political opponents. Whoa, can you imagine that? And carried out surveillance without genuinely and actually and truly believing that they had probable cause to do so. Well, in any other real world, that would be violations. That would be prosecutable, but not here. How about this? Durham wrote, throughout the duration of Crossfire Hurricane, facts and circumstances that were inconsistent with the premise that Trump and or persons associated with the Trump campaign were involved in a collusive or conspiratorial relationship with the Russian government were ignored or simply assessed. And John, nothing. And that's it. The report further corroborates the details of this never-ending saga, including that Hillary Clinton, the 2016 Democratic presidential nominee, was aware her campaign was indirectly paying former British spy Christopher Steele to dig up supposed Trump-Russian ties, and that, remember Pissgate? Please excuse me, I hope there's no children listening. Remember this about this Eurolagnia? Remember this creative imaginary unionism? Remember that? How Trump, through some weird psychosexual symbology, enlisted the help and the assistance of two Muscovite trollops who pranced about and relieved themselves and voided and micturated on the percales of a what? Of a Hyatt or some Motel 6 in Moscow or something? Which supposedly or supposably, as people say, might have been used once by Obama and his wife, and therefore through some weird labyrinthine connection as to something. All of that was a lie. It was a lie. Everything. But here's the best part. They lost their spirit. Oh, how did they say this again? I'm waiting. I keep saying, well, where's the, get 'em. The following are marked for prosecution. The following are marked for whatever. I don't know. Everybody's going crazy like this is a big deal. It says here, based on the review of the cause of a hurricane, the department failed to uphold their important mission of strict fidelity. They failed to uphold their important mission of strict fidelity in connection with certain events. And our investigations also revealed that senior FBI personnel displayed a serious lack of analytical rigor towards the information that they received, especially information received from politically affiliated persons and entities. In an apparent reference to Hillary Clinton and the Fusion GPS, remember the P dossier? Durham said that the allegation from an Australian diplomat that then Trump agent campaign assistant George Papadopoulos told him that the Trump campaign had dirt on Clinton. There was no evidence of any Trump campaign collusion with Russia. But despite this unevaluated intelligence information, the FBI swiftly opened an investigation known as Crossfire Hurricane. Dear God. In particular, he writes, at the direction of Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, Deputy Assistant Director for Counterintelligence Peter Strzok. Remember Peter Strzok? Remember his gal friend? What was her name? What was her name? What was her name? Anyway, Peter Strzok opened Crossfire Hurricane immediately. Strzok at a minimum, had pronounced hostile feelings toward Trump. Remember how he and his girlfriend were talking back and forth? What was her name? Do you want me to go on and read this? Read this for yourself. It breaks my heart. What was her name? What was her name? Lisa Page, thank you. Lisa Page. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. Yet again, I know what you're thinking. You're going to say, wait a minute, hold it. What are we going to do? Don't get upset. You got to hand it to these folks. They went through this. And not only that, what I'm amazed by is how the FISA folks, how the FISA reporter, the FISA court, the FISA judges, who were lied to, how they show no independent anger during all this. Do you see what I mean? This is just as mind-blowing. And I'm looking at YouTube, and I see this thing, and it's Judge Janine Pirro, and Judge Janine says, well, this is a terrible. And Fox just had their what's cut off after this Dominion stuff, and after because nobody is daring to go too far. They're going to say, ooh, bad, yellow card, because they don't know what to do. When you've got Steve Ducey chiding somebody for daring to make fun of Biden. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. Now, don't get upset. I know you're upset. I understand it. Because you wanted something, and I did too. What did we expect? What did we think? What was the Civil War reenactor going to do? What was he possibly going to do? What was he going to do? What will happen with this? Nothing. And Biden's driving around on his bicycle, eating ice cream, talking about how great the border is, and the illegals are pouring in over the... I mean, they don't miss a trick. It's beautiful. Now, don't get upset. What? What do you think's going to happen now? Nothing. Now, I told you, rumor has it, we're hearing from certain sources that Gretchen Whitmer will be moved in to replace Carmelita Harris, who will then be moved in to replace Fidei, who's walking around yelling. She's really bad. She is. I mean, she looks horrible. You've got Fetterman walking around. He doesn't know where he is. He needs special devices so that he can understand what people are saying to him because he has aphasia and ataxia and everything else. And you've got her, who basically, she's not even here. They said she has shingles. I think it's more important than that. Then you got a president who is just gone. And here's the best part. Listen to me. Nothing is being done. But it's good for people like me. We get to talk about this stuff all the time. Oh my God, it's great. Terrible for the country. And what do the Democratic podcaster types, what do they say? Are they happy about this? Are they thrilled with this? Do they enjoy this? Do you know what could have been done? If there was a real Department of Justice and a real Attorney General, oh my God, you would have had everybody, they would have been frog marched out of the DOJ, summarily dismissed, lost pensions, lost everything, prosecuted for the violation of the civil rights, violating the civil rights, conspiring to violate the civil rights of President Trump, Carter Page, Papadopoulos, go down the list. By basically, if this were any other situation, any other real world situation, you've got right now, this is important, listen to what I'm saying, you've got an attorney general, a special prosecutor, who lines up everything that had to be done. They lied about this. They made stuff up. Fusion GPS, Perkins Coie. Where were these law firms? They never get mentioned for anything. How did this happen? But meanwhile, some poor guy decides he's going to take on a case, and that 65 Project comes in and wipes him out. This is the organization that goes after, files bar complaints, and goes after and hectors and pesters and... I mean, this, listen to me. You're missing. We have never seen anything like this. Do you understand this? There has never been. There are the Democrats doing, I don't know what. The Republicans who can't do anything, and they run the... Any talk of any kind of... Why didn't the Republicans have articles of impeachment ready to go immediately? Answer my question. Answer my question. Democrats would have done this. If this were Trump, man, they would have been ready to go. Not the Republican. No. They're too busy going on TV. They're doing whatever there is. Where is it? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Boebert, Gates. Where are these people? What are they doing? What do you do? Why didn't you have this the first day? Oh, by the way, thank you very much. Hi, my name is Kevin McCarthy. And by the way, here are the articles of impeachment. Let's vote. All right, 50%. We got the votes. Let's go. You are impeached. You are impeached, President Trump. President Biden. Well, Trump twice. You are impeached. High crimes, misdemeanors. bribery, treason. Go down the list. Come on, let's go. Witness number one to call, Hunter Biden. You're going to take the fifth in an impeachment? Remember, they need 50%. That's it, a majority. They've got it. You think? They didn't do this. I would have done it just to do it. Just to say, you were impeached. Now, whether it goes like you didn't care whether Trump was convicted or not. How does that feel? Come on, Biden. Hamana. Come on, do it. Let's go right now. Let's just stop everything that we're doing. But they didn't do that. No. Why? Why do you think? Mary Fernandez. You know how many Mary Fernandezes I know? Mary, Maria. Oh, my God. From West Tampa? 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. This is the most incredible thing in the world. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do? Seriously, what are we going to do? Tweet, I guess. And I've been trying to go, speaking of Twitter, and telling you people, what are you so excited about? This is a yellow flag. This is nothing. You're not doing anything. You're not accomplishing anything. You haven't even impeached him yet. What do you need? And remember, there's maybe 3 different issues at a time, 3 issues that they can handle simultaneously. And as soon as a new one comes in, one gets pushed off. So we were on our way talking about Hunter Biden, and then that gets pushed out of the way. Now we're talking about this because we can't do more than 3. And whatever happened to all of those documents in Biden's garage? It just never came up. It never came up. Never. Let me see if you can understand what I'm telling you. It just didn't. Trump, he's got to go here. This obstruction of justice. We're going to get your lawyer. He's going to testify against you. And the lawyer at this. And the Trump at this. And you, and then this. And you got the Alvin Bragg. And then you've got Jean Carroll. And he's in court left and right. Biden, nothing. What about the family members? What about the money? What about this one? What was the name? What was the one? Hallie or some? Who are these people? Taking the money, the big guy, Bobolinsky. It just stops. It's the damnedest thing. Nothing gets filed. Hey, Merrick Garland, are you investigating this? Huh? Merrick, are you investigating anything? Have you looked at anything? Any of the 1,000 of so instances? Miranda Devine has been begging people, I want to talk about the laptop. Miranda, we don't care about the laptop. Nobody cares about the laptop. No, you don't understand. You could have pictures of actual vivisection, murders, live feed. Nobody. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. Nothing's done. I respect these people so much. Oh, God. I respect them so much. And Trump wants to go back into this? Are you kidding me? DeSantis doesn't know what he's talking about. Does anybody here really think Trump wants to get back into this? I want you to stop. I want you to stop. Please don't miss this. Please. And I know it's bad news. And I know you don't like it. And I know it's more fun to listen to other people who say, oh, this is a great report because, I don't blame you. You want to hear how they slammed him. They slammed him. Okay. This is the most incredible thing I have ever seen. Ever. I never thought that this could even be possible. Richard Nixon resigns because he might be impeached, and convicted in the Senate. Maybe, but just the whiff of impeachment. I'm out of here. Gone. Finished. Done. Through. Finished. Done. That's it. That is it. What did you do? We might have broken into the DNC and some psychiatrist's office, and we might have paid some people to do it, and that's it. Did you do it with any other countries? No. Did you imperil the country? No. Did you deal with Russia or Vietnam or take any money? Did you pull an Agnew? No. We didn't do any of that stuff. And that was it. Then there was LBJ. I will not run. I will not accept, nor will I run as your president. Why? Well, because I'm doing such a terrible job in Vietnam. I'm getting out of here. Not today. Think about this. Joe Biden's walking around saying, I am the worst president. I'm not even in charge. I'm not even in charge of my bladder, my focus, my reality. I'm eating ice cream. I can't hear. I'm trying to pick up kids. I'm demented. I'm still here. I live in a world right now where people are walking around zombies. You don't understand something. This is the wildest thing. Nobody's asking, Mr. President, you have to step down. No. Nothing. Do you think there would be the chance of maybe AOC or Steny Hoyer or Nancy Pelosi walking in and say, Mr. President, for the sake of the country, for the sake of the party, Mr. President, you have to step down. You have disgraced this office. Your family, you have, while in office, there is no parallel. Teapot Dome, nothing, even nothing. We have never had such vile and naked and blatant corruption as what we are seeing right now. Mr. President, we ask you in the name of God, not one. Not one. Where is he? I don't know. Anybody see him? Nope. Has he taken any? Nope. Can we see his meeting book? Nope. Every other president lists no. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't understand what you're seeing here. You're so used to it, you don't understand it. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And the border, oh dear God. Oh. It goes to show you. One of these days, you're going to see a TV show, and there's going to be people like Mayorkas is going to be on, and I don't know, maybe Carmelita or somebody else, and we're going to say, you know what? I got to tell you something. It wasn't our idea, but we were told that we had to let these people in, that they were going to be a part of this show, and they were going to be, brought in and, whatever it is. Illegals. And I thought, there's no way it's going to happen. There's just no way. You just can't bring in millions of people and then nobody says anything. Oh, yeah, you can. No, you don't understand this. There's the Border Patrol. There's police. We have re-elections. We have to worry about. Oh, no, don't worry about it. No, come on, we're going to do it. We're going to fly them in. Remember those Teterboro Airport and Westchester Airport and who are these people coming in? Who are they? Unaccompanied children. Huh? Unaccompanied children. What are they? You know what they are. Yeah, we got that. Nothing. And they're coming in. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody says, Mr. Mayorkas, do we have a list of these children? No. Do we know where they're going? No. Do we know who brought them? Do we know if the man that comes with them, is this her father? Do we know anything? No. What? Nothing? Nothing. We have no idea. Remember when Trump decided that he was going to stop immigration from certain, and they said this was based upon religion. He didn't go after Indonesia. It was certain terrorists. They went crazy. The Republicans are so good. When they get mad at him, I mean, they are so good. They went after Trump. One voice, Tahuya Bar and Grill says, thanks for the intel, Professor. Thank you, Tahuya. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, Tahuya, what do you... Eric Adams, he's trying something. I don't know. He's an oaf. He's an oaf. He has no idea what he's doing. How does it feel, my friend? What happened to my country? What happened? Have you ever seen anything? Now, let me ask you. Tell me what you would do. Let's play hypothetical, okay? I don't know who I am. If I'm Biden, I want to be Biden. Let's say I'm Mitch McConnell. That's not it. I'm Kevin McCarthy. I don't know who I am. What would you do? Tell me what you would do. Tell me. What? And don't bring up George Soros and don't bring up Tucker Carlson. Stick to reality. Tucker Carlson is a pretend conservative talk show host. He's pretend. This week he's conservative. Next week he's Christian. Then he's fundamentalist. He might be a Baha'i. He'll do whatever he'll say nothing that's really, he'll just say some stuff. Better than the rest, but that's not saying enough. What would you do? Tell me. Marbury against Madison. Dear God. How about McCulloch against Maryland? I was actually studying up on Marbury, which was judicial review, the first case you learn in con law. What would you do? Bar and girl? Wait a minute. Oh my God. Girl. I've been saying this the whole time. Tahuya, I am so sorry. Forgive me. Girl. Got it. Girll. Got it. My mistake. Mi dispiace. Lo siento. What would you do? It's the best question in the world. What would you do? Tell me. I would yell, George Soros. Stop bringing up George Soros. What would you do? What would you do? Fox News was your only conduit. That was it. And they're done. Maybe we'll wait till Mark, as Alan Dershowitz called it, Mark Levin. Maybe Mark Levin will do something. It's beautiful. I wish I could tell you what's happening. They are laughing their arse off. And they're not done yet. This president, when he finally leaves, he's going to walk up. And he is going to look at you so clear-eyed. And you're going to say, who's this? And you can say, no. This isn't the Adderall. There was no Adderall. I'm the greatest actor of all time. I knew exactly what I was doing. I did whatever I wanted to do. And the guy who always pushed me around, Obama, marvels at what I did. I did more by not doing more than anything. I just turned in for the night. What did they call it? They put the lid on. Or remember when he was campaigning or something? COVID? Huh? Was that beautiful or what? The teachers union, I gave them 2 years off. Full pay. How about that? How long were teachers gone? What, 2 years? 2 years? 2 years. Didn't even have to take retirement. 2 years. I gave it to them. I gave people money. I signed. I don't even know what the hell I signed. I don't know what I signed. I walked in and they told me, listen, you got to be careful. You got this son, you got this crack, meth, whatever he's doing. You got hookers and human trafficking. God knows what. You've got a laptop. I didn't care. To show you how good we are, you're going to love this. We dropped the laptop with everything you need to prosecute. My boy. We dropped it off. Didn't pick it up. You've got the laptop. Rudy Giuliani had the laptop. What did we do to Rudy? He's fighting for his license, fighting for his life, maybe drinking too much. Shall I say this again? He's got the laptop. You've got pictures of Hunter in the bed with the pipe and the this, and he's doing the ride 'em cowboy with some trollop. We made up stories about Russian hookers that didn't exist. I mean, it was beautiful. We had the entire press corps neutered, narcotized, absolutely in our Svengali trance. It was beautiful. Just go down the list. Look what we did. They brought me in, and my decline was so prominent. It was like, wow. Did you see me walking around? Did you see me walking around on the dance floor, on the dais, shaking hands with people who weren't there? Oh, that was beautiful. Come on, you gotta hand it to me. I did that. I'm walking around. I even brought, you ready for this? I even brought Obama there, and even he ignored me. But I'm the genius. I'm nowhere to be found. I'm eating ice cream. I'm on a bike. I'm eating ice cream. I look demented. They put it at the motor. Believe me, a bicycle helmet is the last picture he wants. Look at me. Fetterman, Di-Fi, this one. Carmelita Harris, she's so bad, you don't want her. You don't want me to quit because you don't want her. You'd rather have me, a doddering coot, than this woman. I mean, come on. Zelensky, I don't even know what that's about. I have no idea. Everything is how about Alito? Alito says, well, I know who took the Dobbs memo. Who is it? Well, I'm not going to tell you. What do you mean you're not going to tell me? I'm not going to tell you. Wait a minute. What do you mean you're not going to tell me? You're a Supreme Court, well, I'm not going to. Wait. You're not going to tell people. Did you tell the marshals or whoever it was? Yeah, I told them. Are they doing anything? No. They stole a draft memo of a decision and you're not going to do anything? Nope. They went to Kavanaugh's house. They went and they basically threatened Supreme. We don't know anything about that? Nope. Antifa? Nope. You never once, nobody in your entire DOJ said, oh, we're going to get to the bottom of that. Oh, yeah. If this were the Trump, if this were the Proud Boys versus Antifa, you would have gotten one person. They would have brought into TV one of those big mafia schematics. Here's the head. Eric Thaddeus Walters. Bergoglio is not the Pope. You're telling me. Thank you, ETW. That's another one. It's amazing. Sometimes at night, I just think of all this stuff. I just never happened. It's the most incredible. Remember when Zelensky appeared? He was everywhere, and they wanted to put him on. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. What's your favorite? What's your favorite stuff? Think about it. What was your... I don't know. I'm so overwhelmed with it's the border. Okay, maybe that's, I guess, maybe the border. What is it? Tell me the thing or the moment. I can't watch Fox News. I can't watch any of these other shows. So I just go and I read my other stuff. I go and I read my foreign, my alternative, even Breitbart, Bannon. It's getting boring. It's like, I know. It's like we're waiting. It's like they're playing that, like the charging, with the white hats and the thing. Well, where are they? But we keep playing the trumpet, but they're not coming. Nobody's here. Do you understand what's going on? Chris Widener, do you understand what's going on? Kuya Joey, Sean, Diane, do you understand? Fitzy, Eric, Tahuya, Baron, girl. Diane, the last Roman, am I talking to myself here? I think I am. I don't think you understand what's happening. I don't think you truly understand. It is the best. And they're saying, come on, bring Trump on. Come on. Bring him on. Have a good election. But whatever you do, don't say anything wrong with it. I'm just telling you. Okay, no. Okay. I'm just warning you. Don't do that. Because we'll get that Caitlin Collins there. She'll be there yelling at Trump. Chris Weed. Thank you so much, Chris. I love that. That is some kind of either a fox, a squirrel, or some kind of a rodent who is being propelled up through a series of fireworks that have been apparently appended or affixed to his limbs, causing him to fly up, begging for help as these pyrotechnics singe his little fur. Thank you, Chris. I'm very good. This is my thematic apperception test. Thank you for that. Chris Wide. Weed or wide? I think wide. W-E-I. Could be weed. Never know. It's beautiful. If I walked into any comedy club, just right now, just walked in and said, let me tell you what happened today. They think this guy's making this up. He's making this up. And meanwhile, here's the best part. I'm actually, now listen to me. This got me today. I'm actually telling people, beware of artificial intelligence. Why? Because we might lose control over what? Over the government. We have lost control over the government. It might be an improvement. No, you don't understand. With artificial intelligence, this doesn't have a conscience. These people don't have a conscience. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. I'm dead serious. Why not? This stinks. I'm serious. I'm thinking to myself, what am I talking about? What am I so worried about? Bring it on. This is the worst. Is there one, please tell me, one politician today that is your... Remember, Hubert Humphrey was like John Adams. Gene McCarthy. Wow. Birch Bayh. Remember Proxmire. The Golden Fleece. Even Trent Lott. They were people who were just, they seemed... Who? Can you think of one person today? I hate the human race. The way we treat children, the way we're more worried about animals than we are how we treat kids. And here's the best part. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, well, Lord, I can't blame you if you reconsider that flood thing. And you know what? I know you promised. You gave us your word. No more floods. But if you do it again, I understand completely. I think we are. Please tell me what it is that we do that's good. Tell me something. Make me feel good. Tell me. I need you. Tell me one thing that we as humans do well. Tell me one thing about our government that we do well. Tell me. How are you better off? What is it? What does it do? I don't understand it. What does it do? They want to hit us with congestion taxing. And if they do it to us, they're going to do it to you. Why? I have no idea. They do stuff and they say, hey, I got an idea. Yeah. Why don't we stop making or prohibit gas stoves on new homes? Why? I don't know. ETW, Eric Thaddeus Walters says, ChatGPT has taken over and academia does not know what to do. Oh, Eric, it is the most. And ChatGPT is nothing. You should see what I did before as an example. ChatGPT. I took an article. I was going to send it to somebody. But I didn't want to. And by the way, you would know this, you being il professore, maestro. If I take something that somebody writes, an article, and I throw it into ChatGPT and I write, rewrite, and it and gives it back to me. All words are different, and is that plagiarism? Yes. No. Can it find me? Can it? Well, let's say, because they'll run it through something, and if it's too similar or whatever it is, you kind of. But this combination of words, this is research. I'm quoting something. I'm quoting what they're doing. I'm not. I don't know. I'll ask them, do it again, but write it sarcastically. And it's terrific. And I'll put it in GPT, and it comes back. Write me an email that complains about the fact that my refrigerator, is your refrigerator running? Well, catch it. It's the most incredible thing in the world. If we each reach 200 likes, perhaps Lionel will give us a flatulent song. You know what? I also think we're going to do that. We're going to play some guitar, and we're going to bring Mrs. L to do one. It's been a long time since we brought her here. Oh, it's been forever. It's been forever. How many likes do we have right now? How many likes? 186 likes? Dear God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why? What have I ever done? No, I'm serious. But Eric is right. ChatGPT, that's nothing compared to this. How about songs? And that's just the creative part of this. That's just the creative part. You're not going to need any. I don't even know why you're going to need stockbrokers. Why? Why do I need a human being at the bank? It will figure this thing out. Do you understand what it does? It learns its own language. One taught itself Persian on its own. Just learned it. It does stuff on its own. And when it comes to academia, why do I need a human telling me something? If I could get the greatest lecturer ever, and I'm just watching this, I'm used to watching things on screen, but they create the greatest lecturer ever. who knows everything. And then people, and then we're going to have an AGI or an AI politician who's going to know every fact about every person in the area, in the jurisdiction, in the city, in this town, whatever it is. It's going to know everybody's name. It's going to know every budgetary fact. It's going to know everything. Why do we need this? And wait until we get the dolls. Oh, dear God. You aren't going to believe what you see. It'll be quirky at first. Oh, it'll be quirky at first. Because remember, the first thing that people do, whenever they get any kind of advice, it's porn or something sexual. I guarantee you, in those caves in France, the very next picture after the bison or whatever it was some naked woman. I'm sure after Mr. Watson, I Need You was, what are you wearing? You know it. But imagine they take and they have a doll with skin that is so real, with eyes that dilate, that learn you. Hey, Dave. Hey, Eric. You're not going to let them you're a good person, Eric. They don't respect you. They don't respect you with your job. That university doesn't respect you. And you know what? Your parents don't love you. If they loved you, they wouldn't be treating you. They would recognize your genius. They would recognize your talent like I do. I'm the only one. It can be their Meghan Markle. That's what Meghan Markle did to Harry, because Harry is all shingad himself. Oh, it's the most incredible thing you've ever seen in your life. You mean this? Yeah, I mean that. And this thing knows. He can read. The doll, whatever it is, can read. And then plays with you. Not tonight. I've got a headache. You're a doll. No, I'm not. You know better than that. Take that back. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And next thing you know, it's real. It's real. And then Bergoglio, your Pope, Il Papa, they're going to tell him, this is a human. Not a human, it's a sentient spirit, like an angel. It may not be human, it may not be from human flesh, but that doesn't mean an animal is not to be tortured. An animal has a certain degree of reverence. You mark my words. You ain't seen nothing yet. And then one day you say, wait a minute, how do you turn this off? How do you turn what off? Let me ask you this, Eric. Where is AI? Where is it? I guarantee you, an AI report would have done a hell of a lot more, better than Durham. We wouldn't have needed all of this. Would have been quicker. What did he do? What was the purpose of this? Never said anything. Notice how I'm going back to the Durham thing. We went off a little bit into AI and then back to Durham. Oh, my dear friends. Oh my God. This is going to be terrific. And we're going to retool. We're going to meet tomorrow again. We're going to go through this. We're going to ask ourselves, where is this? By the way, has anybody given up? Have you given up? Have you said, you know what, I officially throw in the towel, whatever it is. I don't even care anymore. Whatever. I vote, not vote. It doesn't, whatever. I don't care. The Democrats are in charge of the House. Anything change? Nope. Anybody give up yet? I understand if you do. Who's given up? Yes or no? Are you going to give up? Yes. Put 1 for yes, 2 for no. Anybody giving up? Come on. What are you fighting for? Give up. You're like one of these people he's a fighter. He's not a fighter. He's in a coma. Well, he's a fighter. He's not a fighter. He has no choice. He doesn't know where he is. Look at this. Stand up behind it. I can't afford to give up. I like that, Liz. Mary Fernandez says, I'm close. I'm getting close. I don't know. Gus says, no. Come on. Gail says, almost. I like that. I haven't given up, but I don't get as worked up over things. That's right, Patrick D. Patty D, absolutely. Fitzy says yes. Fitzy says, I'm giving up. This is the most important thing in the world. This is the most important thing. Dick Long says, LOL. I don't know what that means. Dick Long is laughing. Dick's laughing. He's laughing. The world's going straight to hell in a handbasket. And Dick's laughing. It's okay, I'm glad you're doing it. Storable food is right. My Patriot Supply, storable food. Dear God. But here's the best part. You ready for this? Here's the best part. If you do nothing, if you do give up, it doesn't matter. Like, what if you do give up right now? What if you say, okay, I give up? It looks exactly as if you're still fighting. It looks exactly the same. Exactly. Isn't that something? It's an incredible thing. Truly. It's you can give up, you can fight. Oh, I'm not. And the first thing I do is I went in my own little way. I don't have 1 million followers. I've got some. And I told all the Republicans, I don't know what you're so happy about. He let you down. He hosed you. And you're so, I don't know what. I don't even know what they're talking about. But we're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting every single day. Medic Babe says, I can shop gun broker at 2 a.m. as the forefathers intended. God bless America. Well, let me tell you something about this. You know, I never talk enough about this. And by the way, thank you very much, Medic Babe. I think the worst proponents, the worst people who explain Second Amendment rights, do it. I really do. I don't think most people have any idea what the Second Amendment's about. And I think, very frankly, they think you're crazy. They think it's like, here's this guy talking about guns all the time. The world's going straight to the you know what, and they're talking about guns. Like, what the hell is a gun going to do? What is a gun going to do? You know what I say? What do you say about that? What do you say when somebody says, why do you keep talking about guns? What is this gun thing that you talk about? What good is that going to do? Right? What do you say? Answer my question. You know what I say? Say, you know what's funny about this? Because I don't know, when I got handed my copy of the Constitution, and I looked and I saw what our forebears thought, the second thing they talked about was this thing called a militia. Oh, that's my dream. Oh, I can't wait. If you could join a militia, I'm serious. If I could join the fighting, the West Siders, we have this thing where we are this deputized group of people, and we have, this is our jurisdiction right here, this particular area. And we drive around. I got the Yugo. It's a stretch. People would stare. I understand that. But I'm exceedingly good with, I would not necessarily want to use any kind of arms, but I would certainly be able to avail myself, as the Second Amendment provides. People always say, well, the Second Amendment talks about militias. Well, then let's have a militia. Wouldn't you love to do this? I want to be I will patrol my quadrant. I will. Malarkey says, I'm not giving up. This is too much fun. Nice to be able to talk with you again, Lionel. Malarkey, thank you. Wouldn't you love to drive around? Honey, wouldn't it be great driving around just with my hat on, civil defense? I got my white helmet. And I say, checking in, making sure everything's okay. Just driving by with a flashlight, making sure everything's okay. Just call. Would you come to my sector to try to wreak havoc, whatever havoc is? No. Wouldn't you do that? Curtis Lewa, the man may be demented. The man may be walking around with a beret on, thinking he's a generalissimo of an imaginary group of urban commandos, but he did something in the old days. The guardian angels made sense. I'd love to do that. Wouldn't you love to do that? Wouldn't you say, even the bad guys would say, do me a favor, Don't go below 14th Street and 6th Avenue. Don't go there. That's this segment, this section, and they have people driving around. They're in a militia. Don't go there. Why? It's just not worth it. These people are crazy. They walk around, they got helmets on, and don't go there. Who thinks I'm kidding? Who thinks I'm kidding? Read Tench. Did you read Tench Cox? Tench, like trench without the R. Cox, Coxe. Might be Cokes. I don't think so, but read what he says. I went and I was there extolling his, honoring his grave in Philadelphia. This is one of my heroes. This is the guy, the Pennsylvanian. Read it. You think I'm kidding? I don't want any kind of violence. I hate violence. Hate violence. Don't need. I want to prevent violence. If all of a sudden people decided, and by the way, it takes just one little thing to go wrong, where all of a sudden people decide to come to your neighborhood. And by the way, the people who want to wreak havoc, they don't live in your neighborhood. They're elsewhere. And if all of a sudden they drove in and they say, you know what, I don't think it's a good idea. You know what else I want to see? Individual pods, schools, little groups. Here's, for example, I want to go to a group of people. I want to say, all right, how many parents, I don't know what you want to pay a teacher, but there's got to be somebody who has a PhD, somebody who graduated, or maybe somebody who's a real, because I think the best teachers for like kindergarten is very important, are like old types. You know, grandma types. Very nice, very sweet. We sit, we draw. And maybe they do what? How many hours a day? Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. That's it. And the rest of the time, they go to museums, they go to the park, and that's it. And they have to apply. But we get them out of public school. Get them out. Get them out. We have school militias. We have militias for private property, for private law enforcement, and then we have education. And you can teach them anything you want. You want to teach them Baha'i, you want to teach them religion, Catholicism, Judaism, the Bible, whatever you want. Prayer in school, no prayer in school, atheism, Satanism, I don't care. Pull them out. And you can take all your, and there has to be some kind of a tax abatement or credit or something, because I'm not going to pay for this. If I waive school, I don't have to pay for that. It's that simple. Not a credit, whatever it is, we'll figure this thing out. Worry about that later. Bring all these. Well, it's okay. I want to have students. Maybe 10 in a class. How many in a class? What's the maximum?
For class?
Yeah.
8 to 10 kids tops.
8 to 10 kids tops. Think about that. So you get somebody, and you ask them, I don't know what teachers make. I don't know what it is, but, it'll cost you. Pool your resources, buy a teacher. Maybe 2 teachers. Whatever it is. I don't care. School militias. Because those kids are so screwed up. It's not even funny. They're losing their humanity. Have you seen kids today, the way they look at you? The way they stare. We're going to have classes on handshaking, eye contact, signature, cursive. Oh, yeah. You don't like it? Get out. Parents will say, oh, no, I'm paying for it. You're going to learn to sign your name. Or we're going to learn how to eat. We're going to learn manners. We're going to write thank you notes. We're going to say, here's how you answer the phone. This is what you do. This is what we used to do. This is what we used to do. And it's real corny. And you're going to dress okay. And there's not going to be any cussing and cursing. And there's going to be time out. It's going to be rigorous. And kids will love it. And I don't care anything about your latent sexuality or whatever it is. But I am not going to be introducing or speaking of this. I'm not going to be indoctrinating. I'm not going to be asking little Sally, and how are you? You feeling like a girl or a boy today? No. Little things that we did, little things that I did that make note. Just think. Times tables, math. Do they teach time? Does anybody learn this anymore? Or we're going to do things like play games. We're going to go and we're going to climb a tree. And here's what you're going to do too. You ready for this? You're going to fall down. Now, I don't want you to get hurt, But we're not going to have a lot of helmets. We're not going to have a lot of knee pads and all that. We're just not going to do it. We're not going to be doing dangerous stuff. But we're not going to be you're not going to be walking around wearing Kevlar and a helmet. Because that's not fair. That's ridiculous. That's not playing. What is this? What the hell do you think we're doing? You got a helmet? Take the helmet off. What is this? I came from the 70s. I'm proud. Actually, the 60s. I was a kid in the 60s. Actually, the 60s. What am I talking about? My mother had back teen. Back teen was it. Get a femur sticking through. Back teen. Now get outside and play. Don't come home until it gets dark. Don't come home. Can I have some water? There's a hose. What are you talking about? We always had to wait for the hose because sometimes there's a rat would get in there, and you got to wait, and sometimes, oh, there's something in there, and then, boop. We didn't disinfect it. We had wrist rockets. We had firecrackers. Come on! There's nothing like that. The sound. That. Oh. I loved my childhood. I never knew how good I had it. You know, one year for Christmas, I got a wood burning set. A wood burning set. It's called pyrography. And there I was, balsa. Had this wand. You plug it into the ball. It's like glow in the dark, like 7,000 degrees. And I had this balsa. I'm putting holes through it. There was no design. I was just putting holes through it. And my father was reading the paper. He says, "What's that smell?" I said, "I'm wood burning over here." "Oh, okay." Never said about don't cut yourself, don't burn yourself. If you burn yourself, that's what you get for wood burning. I burned myself because you've got a wand in your hand and you decided it would be fun. What am I going to do? That's the way. Lawn darts. Oh, God. Jarts. Greatest thing in the world. Heavy weight with a spike. You throw it up. Where is it? You lose it in the sun. You're like that fellow, what's his name? Thaddeus Merriweather with the spike and the lobotomy. Oh, it was beautiful. I told you this story. You know this game we played? I talked to my friend. He was like my first friend ever. We might have been, they say we could have been 3 or 4. I don't know. I used to run to his house, backyard, through like woods and weeds and just, you know, didn't even think about it. There was no, I don't know. I just ran through the woods and it got there, whatever. And we had no idea. Superman was great. So we put towels around our neck. They couldn't find towels. We had towels. And somebody said, "Let's go and climb on the roof and jump off." How do we get on the roof? There's a ladder over there. So it's my backyard. We got a ladder, drag it up, climbed up. My father was reading the paper, always reading he read the paper. There was this paper. He just read it. It was nothing. It wasn't like the Sunday New York Times. What the hell was he, a slow reader? I don't know. He's always reading the paper. And he looks, and all of a sudden he sees this. Nobody cried. Nobody. Okay, fine. Next kid with a towel, you know. So he opens the door. He says, "What are you kids doing?" I always said GD. That was his preface for everything. I don't want to say it because censors. I said, "We're jumping off the roof." Okay. What was it? Not you're going to get hurt. You're going to kill yourself. Jumping off the roof. You ever climb a tree and you can't get down? You ever do that? Every kid who went up had to get down on their own. Nobody got them. There was not any kid I knew who ever got stuck up there. We never saw him again. There's something very gratifying about saying, "Oh my God," you looked up and said, "How do I get down?" And all of a sudden the branches look much longer and you have to judge, well, can that support my weight? And how in the hell did I get up here? You think I'm kidding, don't you? You think I'm kidding. You think I'm kidding, don't you? You think. Oh, and by the way, I found out little Miss Goody Two-Shoes over here about some stories when she was a little girl. I didn't know this. Pretty wild. But it was good, though. I mean, not bad, but, you know, very rambunctious. You know what I mean? We had this thing where falling and dying didn't bother us. We lived in the South. And in the South, anybody who went on summer vacation, we go through, nobody flew. You would drive. You would go up from Florida, up to Georgia, up to Tennessee, and then the Carolinas. And then this is where you would get the fireworks. Not the fireworks you're used to, but the good fireworks. Black Cat, M80s, M1000s. Okay? So go up. Whoever would go, we would take orders, and they bring them back. I make a few bucks. But they would come back, and this one guy one time had a dark bedspread, and he had all the packs of bottle rockets here, cherry bombs here, M80s here, M1000 here. Had the name, put them in little sacks we had with our name on it. It was very industrious. Well, if you remember, do you remember there was this kind of a powdery, pumicey gunpowder, gray. It was always in the bottom of the firecrackers. Well, it was on his bed, but he couldn't see it because it was dark, the cover. So he decides to light a cigarette or something. This is when people actually could smoke and nobody went crazy. And the bed went up. And the father came in. The story was it was like springs and, just very, very cartoonish. What are you doing? My bed just went up because it was gunpowder on it. Oh, okay. Well, better luck next time. And that was it. No psychiatrist, no psych medication. It was the thing to do. It was the thing to do. Quick story. My favorite story. May not mean anything to you, but it happened to me. I had, and I was saving this, a bottle rocket that it looked like, normally bottle rockets, it's just a firecracker with a stick, and it's just, no big deal. You see it, boring. So you take this, you always modify fireworks. You take the thing, you take the stick off, and you throw it, and it just, now that's exciting. Hey, you want to throw this? What's this? It's a firecracker. Doesn't look like a firecracker. Looks rather long no, it's a firecracker. Is this a bottle rocket? Not at all. Why would I give you a bottle rocket without a stick in it? That's cruel. You could kill yourself. That thing will be there's no way to control it? Oh, okay. Of course it was. Anyway. So I had this one I was saving. It had a nose cone, and I'm reading how to report and colors. This was almost like a firework versus a bottle rocket. I was saving this. So I'm waiting for it to get dark enough where I can kind of see. Well, that's close enough. It's dusk. Well, that's okay. I had to see it. Backyard, I had a Folgers coffee can. And I just lined it up, the weight, the ballast. I lit it, and I guess from the shaking of the fuse or whatever, it went like this and slid. Now it's looking like a 45-degree angle. And I thought, oh no. I'm in the backyard. It's going to go, I don't know where this is going. And I can't grab it because I don't want it to blow up. I just, oh no. And before I could really do anything, it went over the fence, across the street, to Mrs. Jones. Her name was, she had a name like Lorna or something. She was from the Spanish Honduras. She had an accent like Bob Marley and somebody else. She never, her husband was a tugboat guy, and she never, ever shaved her legs and had stockings with the hair matted. This is Mrs. Jones. This I remember. She had a little porch overhang, and it went, hit her door. She must have been right at the door. I'm looking through the fence, and everything is in slow motion. I'm thinking I'm going to kill Mrs. Jones. I can't believe it flew and hit her door. I couldn't have hit this. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Anyway. Everything's slowing down. No. Oh. She opens the door. She was right there. And boom. Report, lights, color. I don't know how many ounces. TNT or whatever. Boom. The overhang reverberated, the smell, the white powder, the colors, she didn't know. And I remember thinking, I killed Mrs. Jones. I killed her. I'm going to go to prison. The police are going to be good. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to call it. I'm had a tough day today. It's 4:30. Well, I know, but I thought maybe if I went to bed somehow, the police wouldn't wake me. I don't know what I'm thinking. Do you know that feeling of fun terror? Kids need that. I had one go off in my hand one time. I went like this. I think my cousin was there. He lit it. The fuse, we didn't just put it down. I'm holding it, and then I throw it. What, are you kidding me? And we would tape them together and do all this stuff. Anyway, one like this. Boom. Fingernails turn black. My hand was numb. The doctor, by the way, you ready for this? The doctor who I went to was the same doctor who stitched my hand up because I had a Molson beer bottle go through. I mean, ripped my head stitches. He was murdered years later. It's another story. My hand was just, it felt like, it must be like a jackhammer for like days. It just felt like it was vibrating. My fingernails are black. He said, don't worry, they'll fall off, but you'll be okay. Are you sure about this? How do I know if there's nerve damage? I don't think you have nerve. Can you go like this? Yeah, you're fine. I don't know about this. But don't think I didn't tell my friends. Guess who had a firecracker go off? Me. Look at these. Wow. Pretty good, huh? No slings. No helmet. No slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. No. It was just, I was proud of it. Look at this. I could lose the hand. I don't know. I'm kind of embellishing a little bit. You think today kids would do that? John McGuire couldn't get higher says, tuned in late, just wanted to let you know after a long study, it's been determined that pleated Sanzabel pants and skinny belts are out of style. Maybe for you, my friends. Remember Carrie Middlecoff? By the way, John, thank you. Remember Sanzabel? Remember Carrie Middlecoff, those golf pants? Remember those? Remember, I never had Sanzabel. I never got into the whole polyester thing. But thank you for that. All right, dear friends. I hope I made you feel better. I hope I made you feel better. I'm feeling okay. I hope you are. I am not. Nobody watch Fox News. I'm done with Fox News. If you're going to have to watch something, watch a nice lecture on something. I've been involved in watching, don't ask me why, meat butchery. You know the bearded butchers? Love those guys. There's one too, this guy he talks like this. And he says, I'm going to make a picanha. And he always says everything is sous vide. And I watch it. I watch meat porn. I don't. And he talks like this. He gets very close to the microphone. And he says, I'm going to make a picanha. And we're going to make the flank steak. And it's delicious. I'm going to boil it in butter. And then I'm thinking, why am I watching this? Because it's fascinating. Quick story. What are you watching? What do you watch that is a... Who was our friend who watched... Is she with us? I hope she is. She watched Russian... dashboard cam accidents or plane wrecks, plane crashes or something. But what do you watch that all of a sudden you're stuck on this? You know the guy who does the Trump imitations? I'm getting all his stuff. I don't know why. I go on these routines. Just let me know. Anyone forming a militia, let me know. Thank you, Dick Long. I just think having Captain Dick Long just says it all. I mean, I'm just saying. That's it. I'm sick of Facebook. YouTubes are great. No. YouTube is wonderful. I disagree. I learned so much. I was watching today Midnight Special. British movies. Look at this, Diane. Midnight Special, 1973. I loved it. Originals. Watching people play music. I loved it. So weird the young kids like four-door Toyotas. Is that true? I would not know about youngsters today. People brake checking semi-trucks. I watch LionelNation. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for this. My guilty pleasure is watching trials. I'm a crime addict. You know, Gail, you would really love an actual real crime, to try a case. I think it'd be fun. I think I would love to show you. It'd be great if we did this. We'll pick a case and we'll do it. And let me object you. You won't know what to do. You won't know what to do. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don Kirshner. Instagram reels are the new methamphetamines. You know, I got to tell you something. Instagram, I don't get it. I can't do it. 8 more. We need 9 more likes to 300. That's all. We have more likes than concurrent viewers. Is that beautiful or what? I don't know what's going on, what that means. 294. I want 300. I want more likes than views. Because some of the like people obviously are not here anymore. I need 6 more and that's it. I'm happy. I gave you an hour and 17 minutes of my life tonight. I want to see 5 more. 5 more and then that's it. 5 more. 5 more likes and that's it. Or you get the pickle. It's that simple. 5 more, 304. That's it. All right, my friends. Thank you. Do me a favor. Promise me you follow Mrs. L on her YouTube channel at Lynn's Warriors. And I'm going to take the meat and I'm going to put it in the butter because of the picanha. Yes, I am. Because it's delicious. I'm going to take a nice ribeye and I'm going to inject it with butter because mantequilla is wonderful. 2 million hits. 2 million. Have you seen this guy who's real, bless his heart, I mean, he's a fine man, very, very overweight. He's a guy who talks like this. He's a show you how to make your competition. Now you take your eggs, take your meat, and you wrap it in bacon, and then you dip it in a coneful of butter, and then you put it in grease. I'm thinking, man, you better stop this. But it's great to watch. Again, I watch it vicariously. I watch people make meat stuff. How about that great Japanese guy with... I'm boring you now, and I don't want to bore you. We'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Same bad time, same bad channel. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then 7 p.m. at night. Have a great and glorious night. You were so terrific. And to all of our friends and all of our very nice contributors, I thank you immensely. To John McGuire, couldn't get higher, thank you so very much for your kindness. Malarkey, thank you as well. Medic Babe, thank you for your kindness. And the others, I think it stops right there. So I do not know. Oh, Tahuya Bar and Girl. And someone else. Oh, wait. Malarkey and It doesn't go up any further. Well, you know who you are, and thank you. All right, my friends. See you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, 8 a.m. Until then, remember this valedictory. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.